Good morning. Welcome to Morning Brew with, yes, it's your girl Germaine, and today is Authors Brew Friday. So we are here today. We do have a special guest in studio. We are going to be talking about the wisdom of the sixth finger. It's based on a true love story. And, the author, she could not personally be with us today, Clara O'Connell, but we do have the editor who is actually going to share in this story today. We have Rae Huart, who's going to share in this story the wisdom of the sixth finger. And you're going to find something so interesting about how we're going to break down a five-step method. What a beautiful love story. So let me go ahead and bring Rae on. Give me a second so we can talk about the wisdom of the sixth finger. If you are chiming in, I see we do have some people over on Instagram. Jackie P. Taylor. Welcome, Jackie, one of my best-selling authors over on Instagram. We also have another one of the HOV Publishing's best-selling authors, Black Tech Books, Teresa Merritt Watson. So let me go ahead and bring our guest in because I don't want to hold her too long, okay? Hold on. Good morning, Rae. How are you today?
Good morning. Good morning, Germaine. I'm feeling fantastic. Thank you so much for having me.
I am so glad. So I feel like today we're going to have coffee and conversation along your road trip, right? So we are taking Morning Brew on the road this morning. But thank you so much in your busy schedule for stopping by and coming on to really share this beautiful love story, The Wisdom of the Sixth Finger. Interesting title. Very interesting title. So I know Clara, who is the author of the book. She couldn't be with us today, but I love the fact that you have been a part of this story and this journey as well, to be able to share from your viewpoint of how this book really tapped into you as well. So, hey, I'm going to open it up for you just to share your experience. Let us all know a little bit about your experience with even taking on this project and being a part of this project.
This was a very special project for me and Clara. It created so much unity between us and enlightenment, and it truly gave me the clarity and the confidence to pursue a lot of my goals and my dreams.
Okay, so now in this book, Clara based this book on a love story. I want to pull the book up on the screen with us also, okay? So we can talk a little bit about it. So it's interesting. The sixth finger. How did she, if you can share from your viewpoint, how did she even decide to come up with that title?
It's a title that her husband created. He also created the artwork
Mhm.
for the book. And it's about how there's a sense in the universe that exists to help us achieve our goals, our dreams, to help us focus with confidence and truly become fulfilled.
Yes. So she talks about in here the five-step method. And can we share a little bit about that? I mean, the book is available on Amazon, so people can go on
Yes.
Amazon and purchase a copy of the book. But I think the way that she wrote this story and how she breaks it down into five methods is so intriguing because we sometimes we journey through this life and we really don't know how we may actually have encounters with people, even how she met her husband, you know, which I thought was a fascinating story. Can we share a little bit about that?
Of course, Clara, she was looking for a specific husband, and she decided that she was going to go all over Europe to find him. And she was not able to find her husband in Europe. So, upon returning to the US, she was just going home. And she heard a voice that said, "Do you need help with your luggage?" And when she
Yes.
turned around, this is her being in the US already. That's when she found her husband.
Wait, so you have to back up a little, okay?
Yeah.
Because this story ties into her five-step method, right?
She created the 5 step method actually as a child because the book also covers her childhood and her husband's childhood.
Hmm.
And she used the 5 step method to actually visualize and manifest her destiny. And
I love that.
there were different aspects of her destiny that she was able to manifest using the 5 step process that she created.
Can we break that down? Now, you do have a copy with you, right? You
Yes.
have a copy of the book with you? Can we
Yes.
break down those 5 steps? And maybe not go so into detail because I really want people to go and purchase the book because you tapped into it. She created this as a part of really manifesting her destiny, being able to speak those things as though they were into existence. So when you shared the story about her husband, I thought it was interesting because that's exactly what she did. she she spoke her husband into existence. So ladies out there, for those out there that want to be married, and you just don't know where is my soulmate at, you have to believe it and speak it into existence. But she traveled all the way to Europe thinking she was going to encounter her husband, and he was right here in the States.
Yes. And she found him the day she returned, the same day
Wow.
that she returned. And she
Wow.
was just going home, and she was just thinking, oh, well, I did not find him. And all of a sudden, she hears that voice, and it's him.
Oh my gosh. Now, okay, for those out there that's watching and paying attention, was there something that immediately within her she realized, okay, let me make sure I engage with this individual that's offering to give me help? Because a lot of times we can be so dismissive of strangers that we can miss our blessing. But she felt something to know that, okay, this feels okay. Let me continue. Let me allow him to help me. Because I mean, most times we don't know that the person walking across our path could be that person. Or maybe sometimes there is something within us that said, something feels a little different.
Obviously, at first, she felt like, she was just going home and wanted to be left alone. But then she did, but then she did give her future husband an opportunity to converse with her a bit.
Yes.
And yeah, and then they realized that they were living in the same town, and that's when the love flourished.
Exactly. But you said something interesting. You said she made the decision to give him an opportunity. Sometimes I guess, you know what, when I think about, and I'm just thinking about those because, there's a lot of women out there that you want love. You want to find your soulmate. You don't want to be single. But are we keeping ourselves completely open? Because sometimes it may not show up in the package we think it's supposed to show up in. or this, this whole list of things that we put together, and you may miss if one thing is off, and you may miss Mr. Right is standing right in front of you offering help. Right? So we have to just make sure we're open. But I love that she put together these 5 steps, her 5-step method. Let's talk about what are the 5 steps.
The 5 steps start out with clarity, visualize, strategize, actualize, and materialize.
Wow.
And clarity is all about thinking about what you want.
Yes.
It's all about researching, getting information, and focusing on what you want and what it entails.
Hmm.
Then visualizing is actually when you create a picture in your mind and you imagine that your goal is already achieved.
Yes. You have to see it before you
Yeah.
receive it, pretty much. Okay.
And you imagine like how it's going to look, how it's going
Hmm.
to feel, the whole entire ambiance
Yes.
of visualizing. Then you have to, the third step is strategizing. And when you strategize, you create a plan on how you're going to get there or how you're going
Yes.
to achieve that goal. And the fourth step is actualizing. And that's when you take action on your plan to make your desire, your goal a reality.
Hmm.
And then the last step is materializing. And that's when you materialize your goal and you celebrate and you make sure that you use gratitude
Yes.
towards that achievement.
I love that. As you were walking through her 5-step method, I literally listened to you. I played back in my mind her story when she she saw it. She had clear vision of what it is, what she wanted, and she decided to take the trip in search of it. So
Yeah.
I could see
Mhm.
how her story literally lines up with this, her 5 steps, her living by this. And then when it materialized, "Hi, can I help you?"
Exactly. Yeah.
Absolutely. So how did the 2 of you guys come together and become such good friends?
So her husband was actually my husband's friend first,
Okay.
before I met my husband.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I met Clara, uh, when we just met for coffee one day, and
Okay.
that's how I met Clara.
Over coffee.
Yeah.
See what
My
Morning Brew
husband.
does for people? Listen, it wasn't Morning Brew back then, but over a cup of coffee, conversations and coffee, right?
Exactly. And you know, I was not married yet, and
Okay.
you know, uh, they just said, "Oh, we're just going to meet with coffee with Clara and her husband." Yeah.
Okay. So that was your first introduction to Clara, over
Yes.
coffee conversation, and you met her husband, Michael,
Yes.
but not knowing your destiny will be tied to her.
Exactly. And her book just has allowed me just to create a pattern of confidence in my life, on my day, in my daily life. Actually,
Hmm.
it's daily.
Well, so how did you go from not knowing your husband to now, through this new relationship, of meeting your husband, who was friends with Clara's husband for 30 years, you mentioned,
So
right?
again, I
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go right ahead.
You said they were friends, for your husband and her husband were friends for 30 plus years?
Yes.
Okay. And so how did you meet your husband through this union? This friendship that you started creating?
What is your question,
I'm
Germaine?
sorry, can you hear me okay? Can you hear me okay?
Uh, now I can. Yes.
Okay, great. So I was saying that you meet Clara over coffee and you weren't married at the time, but you probably didn't imagine that you would meet your husband through this relationship.
Exactly. Well,
So how
I
did
had
you
met.
go ahead.
Well, I met Kevin first, and then I met Clara and her husband.
Got it. Okay. So your husband is Kevin who walked through your life and then you met them. But at the time you guys weren't, I mean, you guys just knew each other. He wasn't your husband yet, or and the reason I'm asking this is because you and Clara have such a strong bond and connection and have been there for each other. So you being a part of her story in the editor, people don't realize the importance of having an editor of your own personal stories. So you are so much ingrained in that book itself to also be able to talk about your own personal experiences because you were there ground level helping to birth this book out in the marketplace also. Okay, you might be freezing up. I know she's traveling,
Yes.
so okay. Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me okay? Okay. All right. So I know she's traveling. Hold on. I'm just gonna. Are we back? Okay. I'm gonna take a quick break. Are you back with me? All
Yes, I
right. This is
am.
what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a quick break. Hold on. I'm just gonna take a quick break while we get her signal back up and running. I think they might be good because she's in a car traveling. So this technology, it comes and goes as it pleases, right? But hold on. I think we might be okay. Okay. There we go. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can. Yes.
Okay, great. So I was just saying, not sure if you heard me, but just the importance of an editor being a part of a book project. And me as a publisher for 18 years in the publishing space, in the industry, it is very important to have an editor to be a part of helping you to birth that story out and getting it prepared and ready for the marketplace. You pretty much take on ownership as if it's a part of you also because you're so involved in the process. So I love just your journey in because this book, the sixth, I'm going to pull it up one more time. The Wisdom of the Sixth Finger, because it is really designed around a love story. And you know what? We can have love stories that's husband and wives, but also the bonds between friends as well. And you guys definitely have come out of this story as really bonded for life, the two of you ladies.
Absolutely. And what I've learned from Clara is that you have to keep your vibration at a high level in
Mm,
order to be able to receive the information that you need to pursue your goals and
I love
manifest
that.
your goals. Yeah.
I love that. Keep your vibration at a high level in order to receive. I love that. And so, are you okay with just sharing a little bit about just over the course of time, just how starting out in one place and being there through her five-step method, how you had to find yourself also using this five-step method for your own personal life?
Absolutely. Primarily, um, you have to be open to transformation.
Hmm.
You have to be open to change.
Hmm.
And when you open yourself up and you are willing to eliminate barriers from your life, all barriers and all limitations, what
Yes.
occurs is that you become aligned
Yes.
with your true mission.
Hmm.
And that's when you develop strength, confidence, and clarity to, on a daily basis, just pursue what's going to propel you to the next level.
Yes. Wow. So I do want to ask this question. So from an editor's perspective, um, with this work that the two of you have really poured into to bring it to the market, what's the lesson or what do you personally hope readers will walk away from after reading The Wisdom of the Sixth Finger?
So our hope is that they will find fulfillment, that they will find the strength and the confidence to eliminate all barriers from their path, and that they can truly achieve the happiness that is awaiting them, because
Yes.
it is awaiting them. They just have to tear down the barriers in front of them. And that's what the book does. It gives you that confidence and the strength and the clarity to do that.
Wow. But it's not easy. It's not. So sometimes we need resources. Sometimes I always say, and it's really a foundation piece for what I do with Morning Brew with Germaine as well as HOV or Hope of Vision Publishing is really sharing the power in one story. And so sometimes you need the resources and the experiences through other people's personal journeys in order to find the strength to get through in your own journey. And and this book, she made it as simple, sharing her own personal story in this book, that she really left a roadmap for people to follow for different phases, and clearly being able to identify those phases as you're stepping into them. And so, is there anything right now that you want to share with the readers that really, from the standpoint of why this book is so necessary to get to get clarity, to see the vision, create a strategy, take action, and watch the results unfold, but people have to be open to it. And that's one thing you said, just the vibration within oneself, being open to receive and being clear to be able to take the journey of these 5 steps in your own personal life. So, is there anything else that you want to share with our readers? Anything you want to just, from you to them as the editor that actually took this journey as well as the author?
Absolutely. I want to let them know that words can actually be just like a summer breeze.
Oh,
And
that's beautiful.
yeah, yeah. And when you think about what your day is going to be like, thoughts also can bring refreshment to your day. So when you monitor your words and when you monitor your words, that is involved in your transformation.
Yes,
And it's
I
all
love that.
around and surrounding the law of attraction and the transformation that it could bring about in your life.
Definitely. I love that. So once again, I want to pull it up on the screen because I want people to know that you can go, let me add it to, yes, that The Wisdom of the Sixth Finger is available right now on Amazon.com for you to be able to go over there and experience it for yourself. Life is lifing, as we all say, right? And sometimes we just need some assistance. We need some help to be able to really navigate through this thing called life. And that's exactly what Clara and Michael did for us. They put these 5 steps together, and not that they just put it together, she lived by it. Clara lived by it. That allowed even you as the editor to have your own personal experience going through what she had manifested into the ecosystem, the marketplace. So I just want to say thank you again for stopping by Morning Brew and being able to share the power of Clara's and Michael's story, that she could leave something that's lasting for anyone globally to pick up and follow. And I want to go through really quickly those 5 steps again, just so we can leave that with our readers or with our viewers, those 5 steps.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And the 5 steps are clarify, visualize, strategize, actualize, put into action the
Yes.
tools that you have in front of you, because you do have tools in front of you readily available.
Hmm.
And you just have to see them and try to see them and materialize
Yes.
your goals and your desires. And always, like I said before, be grateful when you achieve every single step that you
Yeah.
are focusing on. And it is out there for you,
Yes.
and it is waiting for you to approach it. So, why not today?
I love that. Why not today? So, as you're going through these 5 step methods, and I also want to say, welcome to Morning Brew NWNEDC 202. Thank you for sharing the love and chiming in. But I just want to reiterate that again. It's available for you today. And if you think about, as she shared Clara's story, she manifested her husband into existence. Yes, Michael came through her 5 steps, her 5 step method. She manifested her husband. And so it's such a beautiful thing. And remember, in life, you don't have to do life by yourself. No. Listen, let's learn from the power of someone else's story. Good morning, Shorty Anderson. Thank you so much for chiming in from Facebook. But we don't have to do this thing called life by ourselves. It was never designed for us to do it alone. Let's get the wisdom from somebody else that has already lived it. And that's why she calls it the wisdom of the 6 fingers. Okay. And so this is her love story. What's yours? Allow their story to be able to help you manifest what it is that you desire. Is that fair enough? Would you say, Ray, would you say that's fair enough?
Yes, the book invites you. It's actually an invitation to live life to the
Yes,
fullest.
yes, yes.
Yes.
So all are invited to take part in the wisdom of the 6 finger. So listen, with that being said, I appreciate you so much because, as you know, Morning Brew, you can be anywhere, going anywhere at any time to be able to stop by and just sit and have some conversation with me. Okay. All right. But Ray, I want to thank you again for helping us explore this powerful story today, and also for being proxy as the editor of this book for Clara and Michael, to really be able to share the heart of this book and the story that's behind this book. Now it's up to everybody else to go over to Amazon and purchase your copy so you can get the full vision, the full story of this book, okay? But with that being said, we appreciate you so much. Make sure you get to wherever you're going safely, okay?
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure, Germaine, to be with you and your audience. And I wish everyone a wonderful journey.
Yes, thank you. And remember, the 5 step method is there to assist you along the journey. So, Ray, have a beautiful day and keep sharing the love. I tell you, keep spreading the love. All right. And we will be connected soon. So, thank you so much for chiming in. All right. So,
Thank
we're
you.
going to let her go so she can be on her way doing whatever she has to get done today. And thank you for taking time out. So, thank you. We will have her back to just see what's next, what's happening next for Ray and what her story might be. All right. Talk to you soon, Ray.
Talk to you soon, Germaine. All the best. Bye bye.
Thanks. Bye bye. So, oh my gosh, what a blessing. I literally need to follow those steps. To get clear, to see the vision, create a strategy, take action, and watch the results unfold. And a lot of times we may do some of these steps, but when you put them all together, when you put all these steps together, it's just amazing. So, yes, for those that are just chiming in, please make sure you go back. You can go right over to my YouTube channel, Morning Brew with Germaine, and you can chime in to get the full story, okay? For the 5-step method from the book, I'm just going to show it one more time. It is available over on Amazon. The Wisdom of the Six Finger by Clara and Michael O'Connor. So, but we thank Rae so much, the editor, for being able to bring her viewpoint, her experience, and to share the journey and the love. So, with that being said, I just want to say a few things before we end today's morning brew. Now, things are really happening with Morning Brew with Germaine, and you guys have been champions to be able to show up and spread the love. So, I want to say yes on Tuesdays. Okay, let me remove some things. Great. On Tuesdays, Morning Brew is now branching out to do TikTok Live. What an experience. I'm going to say that. But yes, the spillover conversation will take place every Tuesday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope you have a few minutes to just chime into the TikTok account. And you know what? If you have not already connected with Morning Brew with Germaine on TikTok, make sure you stop over because I know, listen, everybody gets hooked on TikTok. They do. It's just I don't know what it is. It sometimes it feels like they just be calling you in, and now they got you, and here you are, stuck scrolling through, watching. So if you're going to be over there, you know what? Tuesdays, take a quick break and just stop in and just say hi. Let me know that you're there. Okay. All right, guys. So that's what's happening on Morning Brew. We continue to spread the love, continue to spread the power of one story. And then also, I want to share with you that if you have not joined our school community, yes, we are building a whole community, like-minded people, those that know they have a story, they want to share it, they just don't know what to do with it. What do I do next with it? Make sure you join us on our school community. I'm just going to scroll it on the bottom of the screen, and I'm also going to put it up on the screen. So yes, school uh .com// morning brew with Germaine. And you know what? I think I'll put it in the comment section also, okay? But we are having so much fun. I have met so many people in the school community around the globe, of building community, which is so important that we build community. So, if you have not done so, then I am inviting you for free. Yes, it costs you nothing. I am inviting you for free to join me in my school community. Hold on one second. I'm going to just post the link. Also, yep, I'm going to share the link with you over in our comment section. So, listen, the one thing I'm finding out with the school community, you don't need to have all the answers. Nope, you don't. But all you do need to know is, hey, you know what? This could be a home for me to connect with people around the globe, especially if you just want community or if you have a brand that you're building and you want people to engage in that brand, then you know what? Hey, stop by. My brand is all around stories. The power of one story, really helping people to see the strength and the power in their lived experience. And it's there and it's available for you to help. So hold on, I'm just dropping this in right now. If you have not joined, listen, it's my invitation to you. It costs you nothing but a few minutes to chime in. Hold on one second. Okay, I think I'm doing a lot here. Hold on. Let me post this. Okay, and then let me bring it back over and I know there's people out there right now that want to be a part of something bigger than them. Or I know there's people right now, it's in the school community. I mean, I'm sorry, it's in the comments, but I know there's people right now that's been looking for an opportunity to really connect with people. And when I say globally, I have been connecting with people around the world that's interesting in what I'm offering because it ties back into what they may be doing. You never know where your next door opportunity may come. But you know what? To be a part of something that's bigger than you are, and you're able to still find yourself within it and build within it and engage other people in that space, then school might be the perfect home for you. Okay. So, but the link is there if you want to just kind of look around and see, hey, this is for me, or you know what, this is absolutely not for me. You're not obligated, but it is an opportunity to look at something that you may have been in search of. All right. All right. So that's school. All right. So, on that note, guys, like I said, I can't thank you all enough for just showing up and being exactly who you are. I appreciate you more than you will ever realize. And I want to say this to you in this life that's looking so different from day to day. We're just praying that God keep us all safe. But please, whatever you decide to do, I want to always encourage you to take a pause so you can pour into purpose and understand that your story matters. Your story matters, and let nobody tell you otherwise. And with that being said, have a wonderful weekend. I will be back here on Monday because we are here Monday through Friday. And if you're an author out there and you want to really be a part of the conversation on Morning Brew with Germaine, then make sure, you know what, just drop me an email, or you can go right to our website, morningbrewwithgermaine.com, and let me know that you might be interested in coming on our show. All right. For Mix Blend Wednesdays, that's when we mix it all up. We bring the professionals in and they really share their experiences with us. Fridays, as you can see, is Authors Brew Friday. And then, we bring and we share and highlight authors and the power of their stories. So, but yes, please let me know. I would love to have you on talking about your story. And with that being said, have an amazing weekend. I'll see you guys back here on Monday. Bye bye now.